I hope I can look back on this video in another 30 years and smile. I was born on Tuesday, July 6, 1993, in a small town in New London, Connecticut. I've had a camera in my hands pretty much ever since I can remember. I think something that drew me to photography from the beginning was being able to capture memories that otherwise would have been missed. From the time I was 10 until now, I've essentially been chronologically capturing my entire life over the past 2 decades. Now, this video isn't going to be just about me talking about all the great things I did or how many accomplishments I've made, but rather what it took to get to where I am at now. Alright, let's fix that. Alright, what's up guys? We are in Connecticut. I'm down in Groton. I was gonna try to film a little bit and put a video together kind of talking about the X-T30 Mark II. I'm shooting right now on the XH2S in F-Log2, which is at H.265 4K. I have no idea how this is going to look once I grade it, but we'll have to see. So I think there's still quite a few kinks to work out with the XH2S. I've just gotten it yesterday, so I haven't really spent too much time with it. The F-Log2 shoots at a base ISO of 1250, so I'm running an ND filter at 9 stops. I mean, granted, it is the middle of the day and it's super sunny out, but the exposure is going to be tricky if I'm shooting at 1250 ISO throughout the day. So might switch back to regular and see what we can do with that. Otherwise, we're just going to have fun editing this later. This is the past 3 decades of my life. My first camera was a Canon HV20 HD tape recorder that I pretty much brought with me everywhere I went. From family vacations to just driving down the street or being in the car, I captured years of my life on this camera. Now, I was sad when I discovered that some of the footage that I had originally thought I had saved I don't have anymore, but I still have a good majority of a lot of the clips that I've shot over the past 2 decades. These are some of the highlights that I could find from those clips. What's up guys? I have not shot down in the studio for a long time, as I seem to find myself normally not doing. Just been busy with weddings and other work stuff. I am turning 30 in less than a week. Today is July 1st, 2023, and I will be 30 in 5 days. Let that sink in. I've kind of accepted it. I think that it's obviously inevitable. I don't feel any different. I think mentally, I would say I'm probably younger than that, but I think there's a big stigma on age and how old, but it's a number, and I know people say age is just a number, but I really think that it is just a number, because I've done a lot in those 30 years, and I think I'm excited to see what the next 10 look like and what that feels like. I don't come on here to brag about all the things I've done or to talk about how much money I made doing these photos or this and that, but I think that when I've looked back on some of the things I've done over the past 10 to 15 years, like when I first picked up a camera when I was probably 10 or 11, and then to where I'm at now, I think I would be shocked. I'd be blown away at how far I've come just with doing anything with cameras and photo related for the past almost 2 decades. I haven't made this huge name for myself, but I think that from where I started at, basically just messing around with cameras, to where I'm at now, I'd say I am very happy with where I've ended up. I'm not going to rant on and on about all of it, but I think that just a message for people if you're just wanting to get into photography or video and just do it for fun. And I think a lot of people put pressure. I was just talking to somebody last week, a colleague, who said that she wasn't sure if she wanted to keep doing video and she didn't know if it was something she was interested in. And I said, it's harder when you're doing it to try to earn a living, and I know I've done it in the past, and I did weddings and I did video. I was just saying yes to everything that came my way, and I wasn't actually that happy. I mean, I was doing what I loved, but it was under somebody else's control and under somebody else's vision, and I think I liked making content, I liked making things, but I didn't feel like I was really fulfilling that need to create in my own way. So I mean, that's a double-edged sword. You have to pay the bills, you have to earn a living, but I think if you can step away from it, if you're feeling burned out, if you step away from it a little bit and work on a few projects that you want to do and work on a few things that you want to work on. And I know in the past I've not picked up my camera because I was so burnt out from doing weddings or just doing other projects that weren't things that I necessarily were super invested in doing, but it was paying the bills, so I was doing it anyway. But then not wanting to pick up my camera when I had time to make videos, and then pushing past that hurdle and saying, okay, I'm going to pick up my camera, I'm going to go make something that I want to make and just create something and do something fun for myself, and that would like sort of reignite that passion for making stuff that I had, originally got into doing this for in the first place. I think that's something that I've loved about having the XT30, the point and shoot sort of film camera, and shooting on film in general, which, cost aside, is a somewhat cathartic experience, because you're just thinking about the photo. You're not thinking about, how many likes is this going to get, or how am I gonna leverage this photo so I can get more business. Just taking pictures of mundane everyday things that are interesting to you, and then sharing that, and not really focusing on whether or not people are going to respond well or like it. And I think I've just tried to stay authentic to myself and post things that I like and make things that I like, and if people like them, that's great, and if not, then I know I made something that I'm happy with, and I'll look back on that and go, I'm sort of chronically sort of cataloging my journey throughout life, essentially. So yeah, here's to 30 years old and whatever that means in the world of things. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.